We need to take these weekends, these spring weekends, and relax and recharge because we are being assaulted with phenomenal stress and change, the stress that is associated with change. And even if we don't think it's affecting us personally, I will assure you that it is, because believe it or not, we're all connected. Isn't that interesting? We all are connected. So when President Trump ends the Department of Education, hey, it's a tremor in the force, so to speak. And let's listen to Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth really wrapping down quite a change.
We're back with another quick update on our efforts to cut wasteful spending and cut it quickly at the Department of Defense so we get the dollars to the things that the warfighters need. So today, I'm signing a memo directing the termination of over $580 million in DoD contracts and grants that do not match the priorities of this president or this department. In other words, they are not a good use of taxpayer dollars. Ultimately, that's who funds us, and we owe you transparency and making sure we're using it well. So here's quickly what we're canceling today. There's an HR software effort that was supposed to take a year and cost $36 million, but instead it's taken 8 years and is currently $280 million over budget, not delivering what it was supposed to. So that's 780% over budget. We're not doing that anymore. Number two, another batch of DoD grants, $360 million worth this time. Decarbonizing emissions from Navy ships, part of the Obama-Biden green agenda, that's $6 million. $5.2 million on something that would diversify and engage the Navy by engaging underrepresented BIPOC students and scholars. Another $9 million at a university to approach equitable AI and machine learning models. I need lethal machine learning models, not equitable machine learning models. And number three, in our ongoing effort to cut wasteful spending on external consulting services, $30 million in contracts with Gartner and McKinsey. It's IT, purchasing, unused licenses. So when you add it all up, $580 million in DoD contracts and grants, DOGE is helping us cut today. What does that bring our total number up? Total cuts, running total, $800 million in wasteful spending canceled over the first few weeks as DoD partners with DOGE here to make sure that our warfighters have what they need by cutting the waste, fraud, and abuse. They're working hard. We're working hard with them. We appreciate the work that they're doing, and we have a lot more coming, so stay tuned. So might as well not waste any more time right now. Just sign this thing. How about that?
That's good. Thank you. That's a Minnesotan, Pete Hegseth, from here in Minnesota, from a city called Forest Lake, where he was very well known as a high school scholar. He graduated first in his class. He was a great athlete. Obviously, you know him. He's a very unique person. And people think, well, he was under resourced for this job. No. He's an outsider, and he's there to change things. Now, what has he done? $800 million? That's about 1%. 1% of the Pentagon's front side budget. When I say front side, I mean the things we can see. There's a lot of budgetary things going on at the Pentagon, which we the people have no visibility. But on the front side, it's about an $900 billion organization. And $800 million has been cut. And, Pete Hegseth's going, hey, this stuff has got nothing to do with what we want to accomplish here. And if you think about it, and this is the great revelation that I think all the American citizens need to deal with. I touched on two issues in the first segment. We're paying school administrators $250,000 or $300,000 a year, and in the big cities it's $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 or $1 million a year. But the teachers are making, nothing, a fraction of what. That's backwards. If you want to be a school administrator and you're doing it to make $500,000 a year, no, you get $100,000 a year. Let's take that $400,000 a year and give it to the teachers. Let's not be rewarding people because they're good at politics. if they're teaching in the teaching area. And when we get this money back into the local neighborhoods, and we the people can go into the political process, run for school board, go to the school board meetings, hold these people accountable, there is so much fraud, waste, and abuse right down to your local school district. Now, think about your school district. It's got all these buildings, right? It owns elementary schools, junior high schools, senior high schools. You know, every one of those buildings is insured. Okay, insurance. Think about that. So to have good insurance, your facilities have to be in shape. The roof has to be right. There can't be any asbestos in the insulation, for example. And when you get into it, you find out, oh, the school district superintendent, his cousin, he owns a construction company. Why is he getting the budget bids? What kind of scam is this? We're not paying attention. We, the people, are not paying attention. And when we don't pay attention, the worst people in our society gravitate into these jobs which don't they just can't even say it. It doesn't require a lot of work. It's certainly not work the way I work in the tire business here in this company I share with John Fredericks. And by the way, please, if you need tires for spring, and a quarter of the people listening to this are going to need tires this spring, just call TireGate or go to the website. I will help you. It'll be the best price. We'll put the tires on, do the service, mountain balance, anywhere in this country, no matter where you are, we can handle it and take that extra 3% off by using the Godzilla promo code, and you'll know that you got to buy tires from somebody, but you bought them from John, and that's super cool because you'll be supporting the movement. See, I have to work with John to provide you with a reason to spend your money with TireGate or with any of John's advertisers. We got to outperform the competition. We got to work around the clock. But you get these administrators, they're getting paid big time to do nothing. They really, in comparison to what I do, they don't even work. And that's the same thing with the CEO. And if you're listening to me and you're the CEO of an NGO, hey, great, non-governmental organization. You're making how much? How much? $600,000-$700,000 to be doing public service? Why do we accept this? If you want to make that kind of money, start a business, deliver something to the people that's valuable. You people are grifting. We, the people, now see it. We see it everywhere. The grifting in the NGOs, the grifting in the charitable organizations. How about the churches? I'm not even going to get into that. If you're a churchgoer, I hope you're at a good church, because if you're at not a good church, you know it, time to leave, even though your father was there and your grandfather was there. The churches, they're on the payroll. They're charitable organizations. Charitable. Come on. Nobody, in the days gone by, nobody became a priest or a rabbi to get rich. You did that to search for truth and to be a shepherd and to take care of your flock, not to aggrandize yourself and stuff your pockets. Come on, this is crazy. So you got the charitable foundations, you got the NGOs, you got the churches, you got the school systems, you got DOD. How much grifting and robbing's going on at DOD? Well, I'll tell you how much. The government spent $88 million last year to audit the Pentagon and its inventory. And guess what? They had $4 trillion of inventory on the books, and the auditors could only find $2 trillion. That means $2 trillion of inventory disappeared. Oh, it's somewhere. It's somewhere. Maybe some of it was taken by the CIA and strategically prepositioned for the next war they're getting ready to start, and it didn't get stolen. Or maybe when they moved it, they robbed it and they sold it to the people who are going to fight that next war and put all the money in their pockets, and of course, into the pockets of who? These are the kind of questions that we're asking now. And if government is involved in it, it's corrupt. How about the political campaigns? Corrupt. I mean, the whole thing is completely out of control because we've lost our spiritual center. We become completely focused as a people on materialism. It's no different than Sodom and Gomorrah, but we've elected President Trump, and we got a shot at bringing this thing back around the corner. if we all get involved in the game, if we all join our local party, if we bring our goodness into the process.